Deep in the remote Kalash Valley lies an isolated tribe shrouded in mystery, defying time and expectations. The allure of their women is renowned, but it's their shocking traditions that will truly leave you breathless. With a belief system entirely their own and a way of life steeped in secrecy, the Kalash people exist like no other tribe on Earth. Among their most astonishing practices, considering the ruling Islamic religion in Pakistan, is a bold tradition. Women not only have the power to choose their partners freely, but can divorce without fear of judgment, shaking the very foundations of societal norms. The Kalash Valley lies hidden in Pakistan's Hindu Kush Mountains, a world apart from modern life. Here, a small group of people have kept their unique culture alive for centuries. The Kalash stand out in Pakistan, following their own customs and beliefs that differ greatly from their Muslim neighbors. Their isolation has helped preserve these traditions, but it also brings challenges. The valley lacks many basic services we take for granted. There's limited electricity, with most homes relying on solar power. Running water is scarce, and proper health care is hard to come by. The nearest hospital is in Chitral, a difficult journey away. Roads to the valley are rough and narrow, making travel tough, especially in winter. Despite these hardships, the Kalash have adapted. They've learned to find joy in their circumstances, living simple lives in wooden homes perched on mountainsides. Their unique way of life draws curious visitors, but tourism infrastructure remains basic. The Kalash people number between 4,000 and 5,000, spread across 3 valleys in their mountain home. This small population faces constant pressure from the surrounding culture, but they've held firm to their beliefs and practices. Unlike the Islamic majority in Pakistan, the Kalash follow an ancient polytheistic faith. They believe in multiple gods and goddesses who control the natural world around them. This belief system shapes every aspect of Kalash life, from daily routines to major celebrations. They celebrate 3 main festivals each year, tied to the changing seasons and agricultural cycles. During these festivals, the normally quiet valleys come alive with music, dance, and feasting. Men and women mingle freely, which is different to more conservative Pakistani societies. The Chilam Joshi Spring Festival marks the arrival of warmer weather. Untold in summer celebrates the season's fresh cheese from mountain pastures. The Winter Festival of Choimus holds special significance, seen as a predictor of the coming year's prosperity. These festivals not only honor the Kalash gods, but also serve as important social events where young people can meet potential partners. Daily life in the Kalash Valley is a blend of ancient traditions and the challenges of modern times. The Kalash live in wooden houses that cling to the mountainsides, structures that have served them well for generations. These homes, often described as shacks by outsiders, are actually well suited to the harsh mountain environment. They're built with local materials and designed to withstand heavy snows and the occasional earthquake. The Kalash diet relies heavily on what they can grow or raise themselves. Staple foods include rice, beans, and various vegetables. They also make good use of local fruit and nut trees, with walnut bread being a particular favorite. Dairy plays a big role too, with yogurt and cottage cheese featuring prominently in meals. This diet, while simple, provides the nutrition needed for their active mountain lifestyle. Known for their grace, resilience, and deep connection to their ancestral traditions, Kalash women embody the spirit of their community, from tending to their livestock and fields to preserving ancient rituals and songs. They play a pivotal role in shaping the vibrant tapestry of Kalash culture. Their strength and beauty have captivated the world, making them a symbol of female empowerment and cultural heritage. Kalash women catch the eye with their distinctive clothing and accessories. Vibrant, flowing dresses and intricate silver jewelry. They wear long, flowing black robes that reach their ankles. But these aren't plain garments. Skilled hands decorate the fabric with colorful embroidery, creating intricate patterns that pop against the dark background. Shiny cowrie shells add sparkle and jingle softly as the women move. To complete their outfits, Kalash women pile on the jewelry. Vibrant beaded necklaces drape their necks, often in multiple layers. Their heads are adorned with colorful braided headwear, adding height and more visual interest to their appearance. This combination of dark base clothing with bright, eye-catching decorations makes Kalash women instantly recognizable. Their unique style sets them apart from women in neighboring regions, who often wear more subdued colors and less elaborate accessories. The Kalash women's clothing isn't just for show, it represents their cultural identity, worn with pride as a visual statement of who they are. Even as some modern influences creep into the valley, many Kalash women continue to embrace their traditional attire, keeping this aspect of their heritage alive. For the Kalash, certain states or actions can make a person spiritually impure, affecting their ability to participate in community life and rituals. One of the most visible manifestations of this belief system is the practice of bashali. During menstruation and childbirth, Kalash women live in a separate house outside the main village. This isn't seen as a punishment, but as a necessary spiritual separation. Women can still go to work in the fields, but they're not supposed to enter the village proper during this time. This practice ensures that spaces considered sacred remain pure in the eyes of the Kalash gods. Gender plays a significant role in Kalash rituals and religious practices. The Kalash society stands out for its liberal attitudes towards women's rights, especially when compared to the surrounding regions. Women here enjoy freedoms that are rare in many parts of Pakistan. They can choose their own partners, end marriages, and actively participate in community decision-making. This doesn't mean the Kalash live in a perfect equality utopia, but their approach to gender roles is notably different from their neighbors. Some rituals can only be performed by men, and certain sacred spaces are off-limits to women. The main temple, for example, can only be entered by men. However, it's important to note that these restrictions don't necessarily translate to a lower status for women in everyday life. The Kalash view these roles as complementary rather than hierarchical. Women have their own important spiritual responsibilities and are highly respected in the community. These gender-specific roles in rituals help maintain the balance that the Kalash believe is necessary for their society to thrive. In terms of work, both men and women contribute to the community's survival. Agriculture forms the backbone of Kalash life, with men and women sharing many farming tasks. You'll see women working in the fields, tending to crops and animals alongside the men. But there's more to Kalash work life than just farming. As education becomes more widespread, especially among girls, new opportunities have opened up. Some Kalash women now hold jobs in the public and private sectors. Others work with non-governmental organizations that operate in the area, helping to develop their community while preserving their unique culture. Men often handle trade with outsiders and take on more physical labor jobs. Despite these divisions, there's a sense of shared responsibility for the community's well-being. The Kalash have learned to adapt, balancing their traditional ways with the demands of the modern world. Marriage in Kalash society is a far cry from the arranged unions common in many parts of Pakistan. Here, love and personal choice take center stage. Young Kalash men and women are free to choose their own partners, a practice that has been part of their culture for generations. This freedom extends to how marriages begin. Elopement, far from being scandalous, is a widely accepted way to start a marriage. During festivals, it's not uncommon for a couple in love to run off together, returning later to formalize their union. But the Kalash approach to marriage doesn't stop at the freedom to choose a partner. They also recognize that not all marriages work out. Divorce, while not encouraged, doesn't carry the heavy stigma it does in many societies. Women in particular have the right to end their marriages if they're unhappy. They can even remarry without facing social backlash. In fact, the process of remarriage is built into Kalash customs. If a woman leaves her husband for another man, the new partner must pay double the bride price to the first husband. This system aims to provide some financial compensation for the disrupted marriage. These practices might seem shocking to outsiders, but for the Kalash, they're just part of life. Their approach to marriage and relationships highlights the value they place on personal happiness and choice, even in the face of potential social disruption. Despite their rich culture and breathtaking surroundings, the Kalash face significant challenges in their daily lives. Modern amenities that many of us take for granted are in short supply here. Electricity is limited, with most families relying on solar power when they can get it. Running water is a luxury few enjoy, and proper sanitation systems are lacking. Healthcare is another major concern. There's no hospital in the valley, only a small maternity clinic. For serious illnesses or injuries, people must make the long, difficult journey to Chitral. These challenges are especially tough in winter, when heavy snows can cut off the valley from the outside world. Yet despite these hardships, the Kalash have learned to adapt and find joy in their circumstances. Their resilience in the face of these daily challenges is a testament to the strength of their community and culture. Festivals form the heartbeat of Kalash culture, bringing the community together in vibrant celebration. The Kalash observe 3 main festivals each year, each tied to the changing seasons and agricultural cycles. Chilam Joshi, the spring festival, welcomes the arrival of warmer weather and the rebirth of nature. Uchal, held in summer, celebrates the season's bounty, particularly the fresh cheese from mountain pastures. Choimus, the winter festival, holds special significance as a time to honor ancestors and predict the coming year's fortune. During these festivals, the normally quiet valleys burst into life. Music fills the air as traditional instruments play lively tunes. Men and women dressed in their finest traditional clothing gather in open spaces to dance. Unlike in many neighboring cultures, Kalash women dance freely with men, their movements adding flashes of color to the festivities. The dancing isn't just for show. It's a vital part of Kalash social life. These festivals play a crucial role in Kalash courtship and partner selection. Young men and women use these gatherings as opportunities to meet and interact. The relaxed atmosphere and joyful mood create the perfect setting for budding romances. It's not uncommon for couples to form during these celebrations, with some even choosing to elope, a practice accepted in Kalash culture. The festivals thus serve multiple purposes: honoring traditions, bringing the community together, and ensuring the continuation of Kalash culture through new unions. For visitors lucky enough to witness these events, Kalash festivals offer a unique glimpse into a vibrant, living culture that has managed to preserve its joy and traditions in the face of a rapidly changing world. Education has become increasingly important to the Kalash people, with a growing emphasis on schooling for both boys and girls. This focus on education, especially for girls, sets the Kalash apart from some of their more conservative neighbors. Many Kalash see education as a tool for progress, a way to preserve their culture while also adapting to the modern world. Young Kalash women are enthusiastic about learning, with a significant number attending school, and some even pursuing higher education outside the valley. This emphasis on education is starting to change the career landscape in Kalash communities. While agriculture remains the primary occupation, educated Kalash are finding jobs in various sectors. Some work in public services, bringing much-needed skills back to their communities. Others find employment with private companies or non-governmental organizations operating in the area. These new career paths are slowly changing the economic structure of Kalash society, creating new opportunities while also presenting challenges to traditional ways of life. The Kalash culture faces numerous challenges in today's rapidly changing world. One of the biggest threats comes from the influence of neighboring cultures and religions. As contact with the outside world increases, there's pressure on the Kalash, especially the younger generation, to conform to mainstream Pakistani society. This includes pressure to convert to Islam, the dominant religion in the region. While many Kalash strongly resist these pressures, the constant exposure to different beliefs and lifestyles can slowly erode traditional practices. The future of Kalash culture hangs in a delicate balance. Many Kalash are working hard to maintain their traditions in the face of external pressures. They're documenting their customs, teaching their language to the younger generation, and fighting for legal protections for their way of life. Some are using modern technology to their advantage, creating websites and social media accounts to share their culture with the world on their own terms. At the same time, the Kalash recognize the need to adapt to the modern world. They're seeking ways to improve their living conditions and economic opportunities without sacrificing their core cultural values. This might mean embracing certain aspects of modern life while steadfastly maintaining their religious beliefs and key traditions. Education is playing a crucial role in this balancing act. By educating their youth, the Kalash hope to create a generation that can navigate both their traditional world and the modern one beyond their valleys. The preservation of Kalash culture will likely depend on their ability to find this balance, to hold on to their unique identity, while selectively incorporating beneficial aspects of modernity. As we leave the Kalash Valley, we're left with a profound appreciation for this resilient culture. The Kalash people have preserved their unique way of life against incredible odds, offering us a glimpse into a world where ancient traditions still thrive. Their story is one of balance between old and new, isolation and connection, preservation and adaptation. It's a reminder of the rich diversity of human experience and the importance of protecting cultural heritage. What aspects of Kalash culture surprised you the most? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights and questions help fuel the conversation about cultural preservation and diversity. If you found this journey into Kalash culture fascinating, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with friends and family who appreciate learning about unique cultures. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe to our channel for more explorations of the world's most intriguing societies.